She is the proud daughter of a noble family. Yet, she willingly severed ties with her father for Xiao Tian. All because her most respected lord was mistakenly believed to be a scoundrel by her father. Her father, in error, thought the prince was a menace to the country and its people. Zhang Ling issued a stern ultimatum. If her father continued to hold a bias against the prince, she would choose never to return home. Lu Yan, the commander of the guards beside her, also expressed displeasure with Zhang Ling's father. She accused him, a significant official of the Great Yan dynasty, of unfairly judging the prince based on rumors without knowing the prince's true actions. Afterwards, Zhang Ling pulled Lu Yan along and headed towards the direction of the palace. At this moment, Zhang Ling's father was quite anxious. He couldn't understand why these two individuals were defending the worthless prince. Xiao Tian. Could it be because Xiao Tian was handsome and he had captivated Lu Yan and his daughter? After some contemplation, Zhang Ling's father believed it must be so because there were rumors that even the queen was attracted to Xiao Tian's appearance, which led to him becoming the prince. Just as Zhang Ling's father was lost in thought, he suddenly noticed the three people standing before him again. It turned out that Xiao Tian had heard that Zhang Ling's father was an excellent cook and wanted to give it a try. Night fell soon, and the four of them gathered in a pavilion. Xiao Tian, looking at the table full of delicious dishes, was already impatient. Then, Zhang Ling's father brought out the last specialty dish. Zhang Ling then playfully told the prince that her father had won her mother's heart with his culinary skills, gradually rising from a poor scholar to an important official in the Great Yan dynasty. Listening to Zhang Ling criticizing her own father, Xiao Tian raised his hand and lightly tapped her head. Xiao Tian admonished her, saying that as a young lady, she shouldn't be so impolite when discussing her own father. Seeing his daughter obediently complying with the prince, Zhang Ling's father couldn't help but wonder how Xiao Tian had managed to do it. Xiao Tian, on the other hand, didn't pay much attention to it. He tasted the dishes on the table. The taste of these dishes was truly excellent, rivaling the palace's royal chefs. As they enjoyed the meal, Xiao Tian was inspired to compose a poem. What is life? This is life. What are days? These are days. Zhang Ling's father had originally wanted to praise it as a masterpiece but couldn't deceive his own scholarly conscience. Meanwhile, Xiao Tian suddenly had a thought. Could he persuade Zhang Ling's father to cook for him every day? So, he asked Zhang Ling's father if he had a request. Zhang Ling's father encouraged Xiao Tian to speak his mind. Xiao Tian hesitated a bit and then said that because Zhang Ling's father's cooking was so exceptional, he hoped to come to Zhang Ling's house frequently for meals. Zhang Ling's father smiled on the surface but couldn't help but think. As an important official of the court, serving as a cook for the prince was absolutely impossible. However, at that moment, Xiao Tian pulled out a storage ring with one hand. Xiao Tian went on to say that he was willing to offer 1 million spirit stones to Zhang Ling's father to help address the issue of displaced people in the south. Zhang Ling's father was astonished. This was equivalent to a year's tax revenue for the Great Yan Empire. He wondered who this prince was and why he was so generous. Because the queen personally led an expedition to attack the barbarians in the north. The issue of displaced people in the south had become a major concern. And Zhang Ling's father was struggling with a lack of funds. Suppressing his astonishment, Zhang Ling's father asked the prince what he would like to eat tomorrow. He would personally select the ingredients to ensure the prince's satisfaction. Then, Zhang Ling's father instructed Zhang Ling to quickly prepare a chef's robe for himself. The prince's meals couldn't be taken lightly. Watching the middle-aged man change his attitude so swiftly, both sisters were left bewildered.